Tony D and Little Joan in the background, and this is your screenwriter's rant on Blackwater Lane, starring Dilbert Mulroney as a man who's married to this hot chick who may be having hallucinations, may be haunted by a ghost, or someone is driving her crazy. Smash like and subscribe. Thank you for smash liking and subscribing. Check out my books, links in the description. Comedy Horror in South Jersey. It's the Pineys, books 1 through 14, available at Amazon.com. Don't forget, Kindle Unlimited is free. So it's a classic sort of setup. Is she hallucinating? Is there an actual supernatural being? Or is Dilbert Mulroney trying to drive her crazy? I think it's the latter. June 21st. Directed by Jeff Celinato. Yeah, I think it's Delmont. I forget his name. Let me see. What the hell's his name? Dermot Mulroney. Dermot. Yeah, I think it's Dermot driving her crazy. It's based on the best-selling author B.A. Paris, based on a novel. So I guess it's the same novel. It looks like it could be okay. There's a lot of detail here. The old house looks extremely familiar. I think it's like it must be the go-to house whenever somebody's filming in England. We need a castle or manor house. Oh yeah, we'll use such and such house. We always use that one. Looks super familiar. I know I've seen that in movies before. Or maybe it's in California, I don't know. But she is very cute, so that's very good. Dermot is fine. He's a decent actor. I mean, first act, it's a pretty by the numbers horror movie, I think. So first act, they're living in this manor house. She moves there. He's fabulously wealthy, and she's having a life of luxury. But the house is creepy, and she's had some mental problems before. Maybe she's on some Xanax or whatever. But now she wakes up one day and there's a bunch of, plastic hanging in the main foyer, and she gets freaked out when she sees somebody on the other side of the plastic, and then runs into the plastic, and it all gets wrapped around her, and she ends up passing out. She wakes up the next day. It's all gone. She tells Dermot, "Oh my God, there was all this plastic and this guy was there." And he's like, "What are you talking about?" "No, it's all this stuff." And he's just like, "None of that stuff was here." And then some more creepy stuff happens, and she calls the cops again. They search the whole house. They don't find anything. So they conclude, well, you are having a relapse. We need to get you on drugs. Are you taking too many? And she had a problem with drinking maybe, or something like that. So Dermot keeps pushing her onto the drugs, keeps telling her, you have to accept that you're hallucinating, right? Because the drugs will do that to you too. So maybe it's partly the drugs, but it's not. So through the second act, it just escalates, right? Is she hallucinating? Is she not? It goes back and forth until finally at the climax, just when it looks like she's going to be committed, Dermot makes a mistake or something, I'm going to say. And she realizes, no, you've been setting this up the whole time. And now he's going to kill her. Or they get into a fight, and then it becomes like they're going to have to kill. One's going to have to die. And in the process, I don't know, he dies. Possibly because the ghost suddenly appears and scares him, and he falls off a balcony, or he drowns. Or maybe if there is a ghost, then the ghost kills him, and then it's her against the ghost, and she has to do something at Blackwater Lane in order to stop it. I think it's Dermot trying to drive her crazy for some elaborate scheme, and then he gets found out, and then she ends up killing him in the end. That would be my take. Maybe not. I mean, it's billed as a horror movie, so maybe there's an actual supernatural creature. So here's the write-up. Late one night, a woman drives by a stranded motorist who is later revealed to have been murdered. After a series of terrifying events, the woman believes the killer. She is the killer's next victim. Or maybe there's an actual killer. Possibly. I don't know. So maybe it all ties into how Dermot had some sort of plot, and he had to kill the motorist for some reason. I think it's Dermot. I think it's him. But would I see it? Meh, it looks fine. I mean, she's pretty cute. I gotta say, I'd almost see the movie just in hopes of seeing more of her. But it wouldn't be on the top of my list. But I wouldn't say no. Wouldn't say no. It would be an okay date movie for, like a streaming date. If she was into horror, this would be a light enough horror, I think, for a date to watch, as long as they weren't completely, some women are completely against horror. Oh no, I don't watch horror movies. They give me nightmares. But some will tolerate some. This would, I think, be a tolerable one. It's based on a book, so there'll be lots of good detail. So I think it would be pretty good, and pretty watchable. So if it came on streaming, I wouldn't say no to it. I wouldn't say no. I wouldn't go to the theaters for it. But I wouldn't say no to a stream. And it comes out June 21st. Not sure if it's going to get distribution or not. But if you got more scenes like this, I'm in. And that's it for me, Tony D. and Little Joan. Check us out on Odysee, Bitchute, and Rumble for our Morbase takes. If you can find a Morbase take, I say, take it. Check me out tomorrow at the Cryptids and Paranormal event in Parlin, New Jersey. This is the second annual one. It's a bit of a horror cryptid con. And it's at the Madison Park Volunteer Fire Department from 10 to 5 in Parlin, New Jersey. And that's tomorrow. Sunday, I will be at the Philadelphia Comic Con, pretty much the monthly Comic Con, at the Clarion Hotel in Essington, New Jersey, from about 10 to 3 or 4 it goes. So it's going to be a big weekend. Hope to see you there. We'll see you tomorrow.